What's up? Black men must prioritize having high quality relationships. Now, if you're a black man out there and you're trying to self improve and gain a grounded identity and being a black man, I have a deep dive guide on all the things of self improving and gaining that grounded identity, all the way from learning who to look up to in black history, eating healthier, becoming more financially literate, having a more calisthenics based workout, and also learning how to come together with other black men on a daily basis to self improve and to have the black community rise and the black men rise and be prosperous and powerful. Now, if you're a black man and you're interested in that and you know you need to do that, you know you have to do that, the link for that will be in the bio section of my YouTube channel. If you click on my YouTube channel, you'll see the link for that. So click on that if you know you have to be like that. Now, when we dive into having high quality relationships, this is one of the areas in my life as a black man that I know has to be prioritized, right? And this is all the way from having a girl, the right woman in your life, and all the way from having the right group of men to be around. The one I would say probably, well, they are both equally important, but when it comes to women, I would say don't get caught up on this is where the sexual energy side of things come in, where you have to really gauge somebody based off of how much they can really support you. I used to be in this mindset of, oh, the girl got to be exactly like me, she got to be like-minded, right? And I understood that that's not really what I'm looking for. What I'm really looking for is somebody to really support me and help me be a better version of myself, right? I'm not necessarily looking for a woman who has the exact same mindset and the exact same mentality as me. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for somebody who can be receptive to how I am and support how I am, right? That's what I'm looking for. Now, on the other side, when we look at black men, that's where it's very important to gauge if they're exactly like you, when we're exactly like minded, because those are the men. Like, when you look at men, you have to be logical, right? And then you have to look at it and be like, okay, these men think like me, they're similar to how they think, like, we're similar in how we think. Those guys can help each other, those guys can get somewhere, those guys can hang out and laugh together, right? So I would say prioritize looking for like-minded men. And what I'm trying to do with my movement, that's what I'm looking for: like-minded men who want to improve together, who want to gain something together. Now, this is, you don't have to break this into building a movement, but uh, all the way from a simple sense, never get around people who aren't like-minded. Never try to become friends with a man who isn't like-minded to you, who don't have similar goals to you, who isn't trying to get somewhere in life like you are. And we, with a lot of those male friends we have, one thing I used to get caught up into a lot was, I used to have a lot of fun with a lot of dudes who weren't necessarily like-minded and who didn't necessarily care about me. I just had a lot of fun with them, right? And I remember when I was younger, there were incidents that happened where my trust was broken with a lot of guys who I thought or I was cool with because we had a lot of fun together. Never get caught up with a lot of dudes just because y'all have a lot of fun, just because y'all go and do stuff a lot. Never do that, right? Always hang around dudes who really are trying to see you win, regardless if y'all, when y'all get around each other and it's boring, right? I had to learn that the hard way, because a lot of stuff was at stake for me hanging around guys who didn't care about me, because that's when people are gonna allow you. That's when people are gonna allow you for no reason. That's when you're gonna catch yourself in situations where you feel left out. You're gonna feel like an outcast among your own friend group, right? Or among the guys you're supposed to be cool with, right? And that's the problem. So I'll never again, and any black man watching this, never hang around with the dude if all you can say is y'all have fun together. If y'all only have fun together, that's usually an indicator that that person isn't that good for you, right? But if y'all can improve together, if he can give you good advice, if he can pour into you and say he believes in you and he wants to see you win, if he can hold you accountable, that's a good friend. He may not be flashy, he may not be fun to hang around with all the time. He may not be as fun, but he over time is going to be a positive to your life, because he's going to help you get to a higher place and have true happiness, long term happiness. The guys who don't really care about you, they just want to have fun right now. They don't really care about what you do in the future. They don't care about who you become. They just want to have fun now. They want to do something for right now. They just want that instant gratification and they don't really care. So when you look at all of this, all the way from having the right relationships with a woman and having the right relationships with a man, all these things are going to play a part in how happy and how far you are going to get in your life. Mind you, environment is everything. Environment plays a huge role in a lot of this type of stuff. I've even spoken about how, how when you're raised a certain way, when your parents a certain way, that can affect you. But more than what your parents even do is your environment, right? There's a lot of people who have good parents. There's a lot of black men who have good parents. There's a lot of black women who have good parents, but that that son or that daughter still grow up and become a degenerate, self-destructive person. Why? Because of environment. The kids around them saying, "Hey man, you got to do this, you got to do that, you gotta go over there and do this," and the girl saying, "Oh, you got to go over there and do that, and you got to go over there and do this." Your environment is everything. Who you choose to hang around, who you choose to sleep with, that's everything, right? And that's what's gonna play a role in you being successful or you not being successful. And that's the thing I had to really learn, bro, because when you hang around guys who don't care about you, you're never gonna be in a mentality where you can improve because they're always gonna pull you down and say you shouldn't care about that. You shouldn't be in that mentality, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So you want to be around people who are gonna help you. And ideally, if you have good parents, they're gonna put you around other kids who it's good for you to be around them. They're gonna find you, not find you, but they're maybe gonna help you be around the right woman and find that right woman, right? That's the important thing, bro. Environment is everything. This is why we have to come back to having a movement, come back to having a organization, a community where the black men come together to improve, where the black women come together to improve, the black man and the black woman come together to improve, to procreate, to have a good family, right? That's what we have to look at. I'm not a guy that's caught up in what God said. No, I'm trying to be practical, pragmatic, and and in reality about this, right? That's what it's about. That's how we're gonna get to a place where the black man and the black woman are coming together more. That's where we're gonna get to a place where where black men can come together and they help each other and they have each other's back and they also have fun together. But they prioritize the true meaning of what it is to be happy as an individual, and they make sure all their friends, all the black men that they're around, they're all doing that as well, and we're all helping each other get to that next level together. That's the most important thing. If you get in this mentality where you don't care about the quality of relationships, this is where you catch a baby moment. This is where you have men who are enemies with you and y'all constantly hating on each other, y'all tearing each other down, and it can even lead to situations where somebody might get hurt or possibly lose their life. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Peace out.